okay. Sorry to bring this on the internet, but it's good I say it, so at least you know. Yes, me and Githiriba, we are not okay. For the next 6 months, I don't want him to be in my home. Yes, me and Githiriba. Do I hate him? No. Do I love him as a brother? Yes. Do I wish him the very, very best? Yes. Why am I not entertaining him anymore? Because I realize our goals are going apart. He's going that direction and me, I'm going like this. If Finding Ian doesn't come to explain, tomorrow you will not see him in my home. He will be gone. Sorry. I don't deal with people like that. Finding Ian has refused to tell us how much they bought the money. Bye-bye, Ian. From tomorrow you'll never step in my home here. I swear before God. I've said I swear before God. I've done with you, my friend. I just have to let you go.
Hello. How are you doing, my people out there? Wagwan, hamjambo, habari gani? I hope you are doing well. I thank God because it is a new week. Monday is here with us, and God has allowed us to see this Monday. So thank you, God. Thank you so much for letting us see this day. Not many people have seen this day. May your name be glorified forever and ever. And I take also this time to welcome you, my people. Welcome everybody, wherever you are watching me from. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for the love. Like the video. Give the video a thumbs up. Tell a friend to tell a friend about this beautiful channel. Subscribe if you haven't. And enjoy the show. Feel loved. We are just doing reaction, no hate here. Looking at how things are going on out here, I see like now it's like a reshuffle. Reshuffle is happening in Mura Senso's home. If Finding Ian can be shown the door, Ian has been sent packing. Githiriba has been sent packing. The close allies of Mura Senso have been sent packing. Mura Senso is, Kiswahili says kuchuja. Mura Senso will just remain with the sister. As much as he praises the brother is busy with his things. He has no time even to be with Mura Senso. You see him with Mura Senso is like someone who fears Mura Senso. He just wants to finish with Mura Senso and go his way. But now Finding Ian, the one and only one. How many times I've come here and told you, my people, do your tingles. Why do you need to go to Nyabohanse to recharge, to rebuild your channel? You have a beautiful house. How many times I've come here and say, what makes Ian to go to Nyabohanse? To go and make videos. You can make videos wherever you are. Make your own views where you are. Do your tingles out there. We can never be all Mura Senso. As much as Mura Senso want people to build these big villas, but it cannot happen because it has to be as he wants. Ian has been shown the door because he didn't obey the master. No, you have to obey Mura Senso. Come out here and tell people how much you bought the iPhone. Come out and say. I remember that day when Ian came from Mwanza. I remember it like yesterday. I didn't see Githiriba, but he talked about Githiriba. I left Githiriba up there. So as he was going to Mura Senso, he was walking but talking about, I'm tired. In his lips was just, I'm tired. I'm from Mwanza. The distance, the journey was like 8 hours. I'm so tired. Went to the gate, found those people who were plastering the wall. I'm so tired, guys. Hey, you did this for how long? Hey, I just left the other day, but I'm so tired. Went to Mura Senso home. From here, I'm just going to sleep. When he reached the door, he didn't know D was around. I don't know who is inside. When he looked again, he saw D. Because he was so tired, he was going to sleep. But the moment he saw D like this, Kiswahili says alipiga kona. He had to turn back. He went now to see the bridge. He went to the bridge area and started to disturb Fundi Duke, the welder. Eh? Which inch is this? I remember everything, and he really irritated me on that day. Okay, you are tired. Who sent you to Mwanza? Hmm? It became a song on his lips. I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, I want to sleep, I want to sleep. I was wondering, this is a man. Eh? You want to sleep? For how long are you going to sleep in this man's house? Eh? For how long? You have to wait until the day now you are shown the door like this. Went there, checked the bathtub there, and that is where, I think also this one, Kiswahili says, zilichangia. Made Murasenso to show him the way. When he reached the bathtub, where people are supposed to go and make babies, he touched it like this. I didn't know it was plastic, and I made a video out of that. I said, where were you? Murasenso. Murasenso will show you the door. These are things which Murasenso doesn't like. So he became a friend to Githiriba. And now, Githiriba got money. How many times we've come out here and talked about Githiriba's laziness? How many times? He just wait for Murasenso to give him a shout out. Even Murasenso himself said, something which has a start must have an end. So Ian, you had a start with Murasenso. Are you seeing the rest of your people here? Murasenso said something which has a start must have an end. You've been with Murasenso, but looking back, Ian, finding Ian, are you seeing the people whom you were with during the party here? You thought you were going to last here? You could not have lasted there. The moment he went in and saw D Mwango, he just turned. Because when D is in that home, villa, she cannot share. Number one, before we get into the receipt, she can never share a villa with somebody. People like you, finding Ian. She could not. She's working on her construction, her project. There's no way you can be there and meet on the stairs, or maybe you cannot. She wants that space. Even Rosio's mom was making her life miserable when Rosio was there. So now she wants to enjoy, and then you want her to be seeing you passing here and there. She wants Murasenso for herself when they are laughing. You're not supposed to be there, because by mistake you can take a picture, or you can capture even the husband or her talking like this, then you post it out there. So you have to be out. So now, it was Father's Day. It started well. Murasenso talking about the father, appreciating the people who were in his life, talking about Kohera was not in his life, just bumped in his life. Would you accept such a person? You know, normally boys, they always come back. Someone asks a question, boys always go back. It doesn't matter what. If you are a father figure to them, they can still come back. I keep on calling my son, but now I've become very busy. I used to call twice after 2 days or every day, but nowadays, I'm very busy. I don't call. The moment you stop calling, bringing this, being busy, you will get used to that, and then you stop calling. So, as you were saying, sons always come back, boys always come back. You are also a son. You would have gone back. You started saying something very nice, and then someone disrupted. You are trying to explain this. Sometimes mothers can make you hate your dad. You wanted to explain. We were waiting for that part where we wanted to hear if Conmam is the one who misled you or made you hate your dad. And then someone wrote something, and then Murasenso read that part, and then that one disappeared, because I wanted to get that. Because Kohera has been coming here explaining. And Murasenso, now you are coming with this issue. We wanted to know. Murasenso talked about his childhood, the people who are in his life. He talked about the Jamaican uncle. He's like a father figure to him. He gives him advices. Sometimes he makes him tell him to be a bit mean, because he doesn't want Murasenso to be supporting people. Be mean sometimes. So he likes Jamaican uncle as the role model or as a father figure. And then Kodad is also his dad, because despite the ABCD which has been happening there, but he he taught him to be a straight man, someone who is very honest. Honest, everything which he has is through honesty. Huh? This is what Mura Sensor now came as a father. The things which he want to leave back, what the children can take from him. When the child look at Mura Sensor, they see honesty. He took that from Condad. But now there's another person who is also a father figure to Tom, Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom used to work in a shop somewhere. Congrats mom used to give Mura Sensor 500 Kenya shillings then to use as pocket money in high school for one term. Everyone was being given that. And during that time, that 500 Kenya shillings was like 20,000 Kenya shillings today. So it was not little then. Even where you come from, as time goes by, you know, the money, it loses its value. So not only Kenya shillings, other shillings or other dollars or pound currencies, you know that. So that 500 Kenya shillings, to Mura Sensor, it was small amount. That was a lot of money then. Even children who were being given like 500 Kenya shillings, those who are from maybe teachers, people who are working. So he enjoyed. Mura Sensor brought so many things. I'm bringing all these things because his video was also very long. The video of Mura Sensor was 2 hours. So we are going to talk about this one. Then we put the receipts of the ones which we can put. But these are the things which were in Mura Sensor's live stream. Mura Sensor talked about how he grew, how he was with the grandfather. The grandfather had like 5 wives. And during that time, he was like the age of Moses. My people, do you think Moses can know if the father has 5? He cannot. He was older than Moses. And the reason why I'm bringing this, I just want you to see how old Mura Sensor is. Because when Mura Sensor was staying with the grandfather, he knew the grandfather had 5 wives. So it's like a boy who at least was like age 6, age 7. Because in that age, you can know 5 or 6, you can count, and maybe your eyes can open and see if they are wives or they are sisters, because if not, you can't tell. You see? Then from there, he stayed with the grandfather who had 5 wives, and at that time, he didn't know even his mom was who, because the mother was not there. Then the mother came, this lady who used to buy him nice things. This is someone who tells us that they didn't have even nice clothes. But now he can remember there was a lady who was buying him nice clothes when she comes to visit. This was now Congrats mom. Then Congrats mom removed Mura Sensor from where Mura Sensor was staying with the Congrats dad, and took Mura Sensor to the aunt. I think it is the aunt which the Mwango went and visited. I think she's the aunt whom they call grandmother, who the Mwango went and celebrated. So there, he also stayed like 3 years. 3 years staying with his grandmother, the aunt to the mother. And like 5, 6 years, he had stayed with the grandfather. You see? With the grandfather. And during this period, looking at things, Congrats mom was still in college. So when Congrats mom was in college, was D born yet? I don't think D was born, because it's like Congrats mom was not married yet, or was married but was not having a child now. Because here we don't see D in the picture. So the gap which Mura Sensor is having with D Mwango, there's a big gap there. For Mura Sensor to stay with these 2 families, and for Congrats mom to finish college and then come back home and start making babies. So when D came, Mura Sensor was like almost like 10 years. That is what I can say here. So you find like when people are saying Mura Sensor, when Kohera is saying Mura Sensor is almost 40 years, or now he has turned 40, it is very true. Because D is in her 30s and Mura Sensor is in his 40s. So that gap, that is the reason why I brought this. But Mura Sensor is narrowing this gap because he wants to be close to D. So he is narrowing this gap so that you can see my sister who is following me is in her 20s, me I'm 31. And yet, he stayed with the grandmother, he stayed with the grandfather taken to the auntie. That time he had not even started school, but he knew everything. He knew everything. By the time now he was brought to Ondari, it was over 10 years. So even if he brings you the ages which, or the years which he did his exam, blah, blah, he schooled late. We have such people in our midst. Those people who started school late does not mean they cannot finish. No, they will finish, but they started late. There are very many out here. So Mura Census age is at 40 something, because looking at it where it started and how he ended up being at Ondari. During this period, all this period, Dee was not born, because it looks like, even if maybe Congrat mom was married, but there was no child here because she was going to college. So the gap between Mura Census and Dee Mwango is big, over 10 years. Let's get to the receipt now and see what happened, because the receipt has a lot.
Actually, I want to take this 1 minute to ask you guys to just type Happy Father's Day. You know, without the fathers, nobody will exist. You know that? As equal as the mothers. But today being a Father's Day, I want to emphasize on the father. And also me being the father, I want to emphasize that it's important to celebrate your mom. Let's say you're married. It's just important, especially the father of a kid. He could be an S, but still, we men, you guys will never understand us. We try and try. But most of the time, we give our women their way just to avoid conflict. You can say, it's okay, mom. Okay, this is what you want, okay.
It was a Father's Day yesterday, and Mura Senso also wished other Father's Day a happy day yesterday. Also, him also as a father also had his time and talked about men. Sometimes you just give your wives or girlfriends to do whatever they want because you don't like conflicts. You just agree to their terms and say, okay, mom, okay, mom. That is how he used to talk to Rosio, mom, call Rosio, mom, okay, mom. And that shows that there's so many things which also he cannot talk about. There are so many things which was happening which he didn't want to talk about, or he never wanted confrontation. He just let them be. Okay, mom, do as you wish. And that's why I said in one of my videos that's why I said in my video when I was reacting on Rosio mom, I said it's only that Buddha Seso has not come out here to tell his story. If he can come out here and tell his story, also we'll be reacting on that as well.
Actually, someone like Jamaican uncle, I see him as my dad actually. Like he can influence my thinking. He can influence as a father figure in my life. You know? So there are many ways you can celebrate a father. Sometimes
I agree with that, because you find like in our midst, there are children who don't have fathers and they've never seen their father, but they have people who support them, who have been in their lives, and they consider them as their parents. Also, you find like a lady getting married with children. The person who the lady marries also become the father of her children. Same to the man. A man can also have children and then marries another wife. The children becomes also the children of this wife. You cannot say that your biological father is the father whom you have to maybe honor. There are so many fathers out here. There are so many things which people have done to people. You can find like even your real dad didn't do anything to you, but you find like your other dad has done a lot to you more than even your real dad. So it depends. And then vice versa, you find like your real dad also can do a lot, or maybe your real dad was not there in your life because of other things. Maybe they were in jail. Maybe there was something which made them not to be in your life, but maybe they want to start being in your life now. Also, there's so many things which make parents not to be in their children's life. There are so many things which make parents not to be in their children's life. So when you are growing, when you are told this thing, at least as a grown-up, one should pay attention. Okay, I thought you just neglected me. Oh, I thought you just left me. But when you sit down and you listen, you can say, okay, let me choose. Because as a grown-up, one cannot force you to accept this, your dad or what. But remembering your dads in occasion like this depends with oneself. Hmm? Depends with oneself.
I think it's only biological. No. Like me, Mzee Ondari is celebrating. Sometimes I don't agree with everything he does, but I still celebrate him. Yes. But if there is an absent father from birth till grown up, I don't know how even you can celebrate that one. Because honestly, that also makes it very difficult. There's no physical connection. Imagine you grow knowing this is your dad. Until you grow, and then one day somebody shows up and says, I'm your dad. There's no connection, there's nothing. You're like, bro, I'm already a dad. Why would I want to be daddied by you? And this whole time, I was maybe maybe as a child I grew up, you are not there. As a young man I grew up, you are not there. As an old man I'm growing up, somehow you're showing up. And most because maybe you see that this guy has become someone or something in life that the whole world celebrates. But one thing I know is this, that those kids that most of the time their parents ignore, those kids tend to be really good.
Like he's talking about his life, how he grew up. And one thing also Murasenso have to understand, he's a dad now. He's a dad. And his son is not with him here. Okay, he's saying it's not a must that your dad has to be a biological dad. The dad who showed up in his life when he is a man like he is a dad, he can't accept that dad because he was not in his life when he was a boy, when he was growing, when he was in school, when he was suffering, blah, blah, blah. He was not there. And then now he showed up. That is Kohera. So expecting or accepting Kohera, it's not easy for him. So he prefer the stepdad because he was there for him. Despite A, B, C, D was there for him, which also makes sense. But still, as a child, also it's good to listen, get to know what took place. Get to know what took place. Like Kohera has explained himself. If you wanted to listen, you would have listened. You took what you were told. So that is what is happening now. For instance, this your son of yours, you are saying, my son will come when he's old enough to come. I'm building a place for my son. All these things are for my son. And again, you are telling people that not a must that it has to be your biological father. Rocio will get married. And then Maisha will have a stepdad. So he will grow knowing this stepdad. And with you, you are saying you've been calling, but nowadays you are busy. The moment you start being busy, you'll forget. You see it as normal. Then the son will just grow with the stepdad. Do you think he will come back to you? Do you think he will come back to you? Because you are not different from your dad, Kohera. You are not different at all, at all. These excuses which you started with should not arise. Should not arise if you want your son to see you differently, like you are seeing your dad, your biological dad. You should not bring these excuses. It is too early. Because if you start like this, and then Rocio maybe get married, and then they live a comfortable life, you will not feel like calling them because you'll see them doing well. So from there, you think the son will acknowledge you. So you have to understand. Unless maybe one day you come and explain to him, if he will accept to be explained to, because he might not. Like you don't want to be explained to. You don't want to listen to Kohera. So he might also do that. So
in East Africa, we have a musician called Diamond Platinum. Very big musician. This guy says that his dad was never there for him. So this guy has always been with his mom and pushing. But also, we also have to find a balance between a mom trying to be a nice mom to allow the kid to see his father, even though maybe them as parents, let's say mom and dad, don't get along. Because also that's one thing, you may grow up hating your dad, and maybe it's because your mom just didn't give the dad an opportunity.
In this case, you talk like you want the mother of your son to be considerate, at least to let your son see you, at least to let your son know you, because the problem was between you and the mother, not the son. But if you find a mother who wants the son to turn against you, or who is not showing the son this is your dad, who is not even talking good about the dad, it's very hard. And I think these are the seeds which con mom planted in you. Because you hear Kohera tried, and he was not allowed to see you. So you look at this, what you are saying now is con mom played a big role in your rejection. For you to reject your dad like this, it is your mother who planted this bad seed, because she never talked well about your dad. She never maybe told you what happened. As parents, you can disagree, but the children should not be involved. You should not involve the children in your problems. Yeah, I know we go through a lot out here. People go through a lot here, but when a dad wants to see the children, let him be. But if it is a case whereby you don't want him to see them, you don't want, so it makes it difficult even for him to support them, because also, how can you support someone you're not seeing, you're not even allowed to see? It becomes very, very difficult. But also as a dad also, it's also good to push also. This is your child. You don't need to be told what to do. Sometimes when they are grown up, like I've been always complaining, telling Kohera, you would have done better by going to school to see Mura Seso. So it is like that. It's not easy, but people do it. It is not easy, but letting the children to know their father, that is very good. Very good. So even your mother played a big role in your life by not letting you be close to your dad, Mura Seso. Because Rosio mom knows exactly what happened in your home. Rosio mom knows what happened in your life. So if she uses that tool on your child, you might not see your son.
I grew up with my grandmother, and then my grandmother was like a nomad. She used to go to Tanzania and come back. She's always up and down. And I used to call my grandmother my mom. Then my mom took me from my grandmother to her aunt. So I grew up at my aunt to my mom's aunt. I grew there like for, let's say, 3 years. Then now my mom came here, she had finished college. So I grew up knowing that actually when my mom introduced herself as my mom, I was like, I used to remember that there used to be a lady who used to bring me nice clothes once in a while. But I swear I didn't know who that lady was. But it turns out to be my mom.
These are the children who grew up in poverty. They didn't even have clothes. How come your mother could bring you nice clothes? So the reason why I put this receipt is look at Mura Seso, what Mura Seso is saying. Mura Seso is saying, as you see Moses growing in his home like that, he grew like that in his grandfather's home. And if you look at Moses, do you think Moses' age can know a father or a grandfather who has 5 wives? It's not easy. At Moses' age, do you think Moses knows this is the wife of this one, this is the wife of this one? Assume now Mura Seso was Moses' grandfather. Do you think Moses can know that Mura Seso has 5 wives? He cannot, because he's still very young. So when Mura Seso was at his grandfather, he was older than Moses. Then from there, he was moved to the auntie. There he stayed like 3 years. So before going to school, do not forget this, before going to school. And during that time, the mother was in college. Then from there, That is, I think, when Conrad mom took him to Conrad dad. At that time, when Conrad mom was in college, I know Dee was not born yet. So the gap between Mura Senso is big. Someone who knows someone has like 5 wives, and then from there he was taken to another homestead, stayed for 3 years. So these are the years which Mura Senso is burying in the sand, because he want to be close to Dee Mwango, because normally we know mothers how they are. 2 years or 1.5 years, one has another child, or 2 years. So he's always taking that gap between him and Dee Mwango, narrowing it to be like 2 years difference.
But actually, I know my son will come back. You know, especially baby boys always go back to their home. They always go back to their home.
So now Mura Senso is confident that his son will come back home, because one thing which is sure of, baby boys always goes back home. You are a boy. Why haven't you gone back home? Even to go and bury your grandmother, you didn't go there. How many times your dad has asked you, let's just meet even somewhere, at least to get my blessing. Your grandmother was to bless you before she died. You didn't go. Now you are saying boys always go back. Are you not a boy? Or sometimes when Mura Senso talks, he just talk. You know me, I'm a responsible dad. I'm a good dad. If you are responsible, Rocio would have not come out here and talked about the things which he has been talking about, or cry like he's crying. This cry is maybe she cries because there's some things which they miss in their life. Because if you are a responsible dad, I don't think that lady would just be crying like that. So be responsible. You want your son to be in your life. You want your son to come back, because boys goes back. Depends. It depends the role you play in your son's life. If you don't, you'll not see him. Just like what you're doing to Kohera. He's not far from where you are, but you're not seeing him. So don't be confident. Don't just say, I'm a good dad, I'm a responsible dad. Action speaks louder than words. Act. Because now you're saying, sometimes you used to call like after 2 days, once a day, every day. Nowadays, because you've become very busy, you can't call, but you will call. The moment you get used to that, the body will just get used to that. You say, I'll call, and then time goes by, and the baby grows, maybe the baby is introduced to someone else. He will not know you. So don't just say you are a responsible father. Be responsible. Someone else asked if Mura Senso, will you be with Ondari on this day? Because this is your father. Will you celebrate this, your dad? Because remember, the other time when it was Mother's Day, it is just yesterday, how Conrad's mom was treated with this Mura Senso. And we talked about it. We expected Conrad's mom to be with the husband. She was just alone there with the son. Finding Ian prepared that place there at the Appaloosa start, and they sat there, they had a good time. This one of Father's Day, someone asked him, what are you going to do to Ondari? This is your father, and it is Father's Day. He said, if I had money, I would have bought him a watch, or maybe a suit, or I'll give him money, something of the sort. Then he sat on his live stream and asked, anybody who want to support me so that we can give that money to Mzee Ondari. Not with his money. He just want money to come from other people to give Mzee Ondari. But when it was Mother's Day, he planned it differently. And we saw how beautiful it was. But when it comes to Ondari, he cannot take Ondari to that same place and then make him happy. This is someone who is in the field all the time. Sometimes bring him from the field, put him down, give him some wine. If he's not drinking wine, champagne, there at Appaloosa, like you did to your mother. But that shows that you're just pretending, oh, I love Mr. Ondari, but it is just about mom.
Mother's Day, you can gift me something. Even me, Mother's Day, I gift something. But actually, don't even gift me. I would love to gift Mr. Ondari something, even if it's a suit or something. It would be very nice.
He just wants people to gift him something so that he can go and buy Ondari a suit. Because with his money, he cannot. But when it comes to the mother, he did all he could.
Like now, me and Githiriba, we are not okay. Sorry to bring this on the internet, but it's good I say it. So at least you know. Yes, me and Githiriba, we are not okay. For the next 6 months, I don't want him to be in my home. Yes, me and Githiriba.
Boss Marwa has come out to declare that him and Githiriba, they are not okay. And he has given Githiriba 6 months to change, or else they are done for good. He doesn't want to see Githiriba in his compound. He doesn't want to deal with him. It is over between them. Because the excuse which he's giving is because Githiriba is not serious. Got money, went to Tanzania, Mwanza, and went and bought a phone, which we are going to listen to as Murasenso continues, because this talk dominated, even took over the Father's Day because of this Githiriba thing. He feels like Githiriba is not doing what he's supposed to do. Looking at it, if Githiriba really did this, that was wrong. That is me. How can you use such amount of money to go buy a phone, yet you have a construction which is stalling? Murasenso feels like this because, he's the one who has been pushing for Githiriba. He's the one who has been pushing for Githiriba. Githiriba is a lazy person. And also, on the other hand, Githiriba cannot be Mura. Also, we cannot forget that. He cannot be Murasenso. The mind which he has is not Murasenso's mind. So also Murasenso, when addressing this, because you might be saying something which is good, but how you are bringing it out also matters a lot. Okay, this is Githiriba. I don't think this is the first time you are pushing it. All this time you've been telling Githiriba, do this, do that. Subscribers support Githiriba. You made him start this huge house. You made him start this huge house. A house which, even if he sleeps like this, he doesn't see himself in that house, because how? It is not just about faith only. Work has to be put there. And you promised him heaven and earth. Now, he's doing things which he didn't do when he was growing, when he was young. And also, Murasenso should not forget, this is just my opinion. You people, you have your opinion. Murasenso should not forget, you look at Githiriba, this is a young man. Murasenso, these are not your age mates. They are your friends, but they are not your age mates. So there are things which they feel like as boys or young men, they want to test. But forgetting that he has a task ahead of him. So he needs to be advised not to be humiliated online like this, on live stream like this. Murasenso likes firing people on his live stream. This is what he's good at. If Murasenso have not fired you, know that when your time comes, it is not going to be a secret. It will be on live stream where everybody hears him say, not maybe rumors. With him, there is no rumor.
Do I wish him the very, very best? Yes. Why am I not entertaining him anymore? Because I realize our goals are going apart. He's going that direction and me, I'm going like this. So I have to tell him, hey, stop. Yeah. So the details of that, I'll just brush it over. Just brush. So we've been doing deals, me and Githiriba, building for people. Sacrifice instead of taking the big portion as a boss, as the main man doing the deal, I try to give him more.
They have been doing deals with Githiriba. You see houses being built. Bridges are being built. People are sending money, and there are other deals which they are doing. Sitting on their live stream crying, oh, I don't have money, and yet they have deals. Things which make friends not to get along, all to fall apart, is deals. So these people have been having deals. For Murasenso to come out here and talk about this deal, this thing has been going on for long, land deals. And with land deals, land is very expensive. And I think they are getting a lot of money from these subscribers, but the money which they are paying on the ground is meager. And so these people have been having these deals. Deals, Githiriba, Gith. So it is deals which they have been doing. And yet, one might tell you that, oh, it is the YouTube which has made these people to be like this. No. These people are doing things which are not YouTube alone. There's begging in it, there are deals in it, which they've been doing together. So now, And you know deals, how deals are. When you don't honor, you give someone a percentage which they are not happy with, they will not feel good. Maybe Mura Senso is saying, oh, you always give him like 100%. How can you do a deal with someone and then you don't take your share? You give that other person 100%. Because for me, I've made it. I don't think that way. Then that is not a deal. When you are doing deals, you take half. The moment you are giving this other one 100%, that person might think, oh, for him to give me 100%, he must be having a lot. So if there's a deal, just take half.
Even sometimes 100%. Because I always tell him, hey bro, you know me, I'm already somewhere, you are not. So take this money, put it in your house. And he goes and buys iPhone 17 Pro Max. He takes a trip to Mwanza and buys little metal, very little, just to show that he bought some construction material, but he's just buying for the sake of just showing Maro. Then the other day I was asking him, bro, are you building for me or for you? Why are you behaving like you're doing it for me? And you've stayed with me for over 5 years, and everybody's wondering, hey, this guy Githiriba stayed with the boss, but he is not progressing. Everybody else comes and progresses. But Githiriba likes soft life. Githiriba doesn't want even to come where I'm working so hard, putting my sweat and pain. So I felt like, oh bro, I'm so tired. You know, I felt I have headache, even talking about this story. Already I felt my headache. I feel like I want to open it.
So these people have been doing deals. The moment they get deals, they divide the money. And sometimes Mura Senso gives Githiriba like 100%. It's like, okay, you, my guy, take it all. Me, I'm somewhere. You look at the buildings which I have, the things which I've done. That is now between them. But Mura Senso also felt like, if you are listening to Mura Senso keenly, he also felt like Githiriba should get time to be going where he's working. Like now, the bridge making, to be helping there, or maybe to plaster the wall. Those are the things which Mura Senso wants Githiriba to do. He's talking about Githiriba, love, soft life. He didn't buy metal. He went and bought a phone, iPhone 17 Pro Max in Tanzania, Mwanza. And that's why in the beginning I said I saw Finding Ian, that video where he was from Mwanza. I'm tired. They had come from buying this phone. So it's good what Mura Senso is saying. It's good Githiriba should check, or should at least do something for his own house. Many people have talked about this one. But also Mura Senso, you have to take blame. There was no way you could start such a huge house for someone. If you stayed with Githiriba for like 5 years, you should know his strength. You have to know people whom you have, even in your house. You have children, you know the strength of your children. This one can take this one, this one can take this one can take this, and this one cannot take this one. So by the time you are giving them tasks, I'm giving tasks for this one whose strength is this way, or whose strength is this way. You cannot just generalize. So Mura Senso, you making Githiriba to start a huge house. Such a huge house, someone who is not employed. And the things which you are doing also Githiriba cannot do, because not everybody can sit down and beg every day. That also is a challenge to him. You want him to grow, yes. You want people to support him, yes. He should make videos. The only thing which he's not doing right is not making videos back to back. He should be making videos back to back. He should challenge himself, back to back videos. If he cannot sit down and beg, because he cannot beg as you are begging. People are not the same. You are used to begging without shame, and has made you be where you are today. But Githiriba is not you. The only thing he can do, the money which he gets, he can put it in his construction. But now, with him, he wants to do things which he didn't do when he was a young boy. These are the things which is making him feel like this. Not that he likes soft life because of what. And these are things which maybe when he was on the street, border, he was envying this thing. One day, if I get money, I will buy such a thing. He's still showing that youthness of his, because he's not your age mate. One thing you have to understand. You have to understand that. Not that he doesn't love you or he doesn't care about you. He has cared about you for long. But I think also there are things which he want to do his way. He want to be someone who is not controlled. I think those are the things which are making you not maybe to get along. But whatever you are telling him, issue to do with construction, that is the reality. He should pull up his socks and build his house. You cannot just stay back. The money which you get, you go to Mwanza, and then you are escorted with someone like Finding Ian, who has finished his home, who has finished his house. He has a very beautiful house, and that is why I've been asking him, what are you doing in Nyabohanse? You can't make your videos, you can't vlog where you are. You have a very beautiful house. Why can't you make videos in your home? Where you come from? Show people, even your town, your house. Like you are using Mura Senso's house, you can use that. All these things which you are doing to Mura Senso, do it in your home. People already know you. Why do you think that people only watch you when you are in Nyabohanse? Because you put that in your mind and you put that in people's mind out there. And that's why they only wait until you come to Nyabohanse, then they come, because that is what you made them believe, that you can only exist when you are in Nyabohanse. So now, what happened? They went to Mwanza, and they went and bought a phone worth $2,000. Let's listen to Mura.
And also I had an issue with him when he pushed one of his former worker out of his compound. I told him, don't push this worker out of your compound. He pushed him out.
In that part of him pushing his worker from his compound, I don't think you should interfere with that, because this is a man, this is a dad. He also celebrated Father's Day as you did. You cannot even control his home, how he operates his home. That one is no, Mura Senso. As much as you want to help Githiriba, as much as you want them to worship you, but they have to breathe. He's the one who is staying with this person in his compound. He knows the reason why he's pushing him outside. How many people have you removed from your home? How many? Is he interfering with you? Has he ever told you, no, do not remove this person from your home? No. Every day you talk about how you feed people. Have you ever heard him telling you, please stop talking like this? No. He has never. You just want to control them. The fact that they are close to you, so you want to control even how they run their home. No. So I think these are the things which made him also to get tired, because why is it that this man, even I cannot make my own decision, he make decisions for me? So it's like you are making decisions for Githiriba, which is not right. Other things were just okay, but now there are things which when you are doing does not make sense. You let people be, you let people grow. Okay, as a friend, as a brother to you, you made him come all the way from his ancestral land to come and buy land under your name here. But now, coming here does not mean that you are going to control him. No. You let him live his life. He's a grown-up.
Githiriba can come to my home, eat. Even the other day he was sitting on my kitchen. I told him, Githiriba, no, bro, you cannot sit in the kitchen. This kitchen, there are ladies who should cook. There's tables, you can sit on the table and eat. But I'm showing you how free he is in my home. And then he can come to my home, film anything he wants.
Mura says, so sometimes when you are talking to the people who have been very close to you, at least think before you open that mouth of yours. Yes, you want the best for Githiriba. Yes. No one says no to that, because even me, I've been reacting upon Githiriba. Why is he not making his project? Why is he not working on his project? Why is he not posting videos? But now coming again and talking about how he eats in your place, how he eats at your place, how he eats at the kitchen. I see like these ones are now petty. Now you're becoming too petty. You are chasing your people away with these words which are coming from your mouth. You might wish them well, but the way you are putting it out there, the way you humiliate them in public, sometimes is not good. So these people, if they don't eat at your place, they can never eat. And that is what you want to tell people out here, because food matters a lot to you. And these are your friends. You don't want them to eat at your place. Bringing things to do with food here, how he eats at the kitchen. You yourself, you eat at the bedroom. All these things they are learning from you. Better him eat at the kitchen. But I don't think that can make you fall out. That is something which you can just tell him, there. You don't need to bring that on live stream like that. These are petty things. Petty, petty, petty. You want to tell me in your vlog or in your live stream or in your videos, you want to report everything, even how people eat. Soon you'll come here and say how many plates he eats, as he used to say, Uncle Gudu puts a lot of food.
Me as Marwa, I've always wished him well. I've always stood by him. But he's not standing by himself, even for himself. Yeah, like right now we have one madam who wants, sorry to put this online, she wants to buy land from the UK. And that one madam has said, unless Marwa is involved, I am not buying that land. So now Githiriba is stuck with that deal. He cannot even finish it. And I told him, you, for the next 6 months, I don't want to see you in my home. Your son can come to my home. He can play, he can eat, he can do whatever. But you as Githiriba, I don't want to deal with you. Because he doesn't listen. So me as Maro, I'm tired of every day struggling with a grown-up man. I'm frustrated.
You want Githiriba to grow. You want Githiriba to finish his house. And that is what is making you to feel this way. You are worked up because of how lazy he is. But now, there is a deal which you also know about. And you've been doing deals together. And this person has said, if you are not involved, the deal will not go through. And yet, you are telling Githiriba, I will not see you until 6 months. So this deal, if you love Githiriba and you want him to succeed, why can't you help him in this deal so that he can get that money at least to push the project? Then after that, you can go your way. You know there is a deal. By you not being with him, he's not going to get this thing. Don't you see you are hurting him? That is hurting him. And these are things which he might not forget. You know exactly there's a deal which we need to work on. And then you are pulling out when this deal is almost maturing. So now, people might think, even him, he might think, were you not happy for me to have this deal or what? Is this the reason why you are pulling out? So you would have finished with this deal. You would have not brought this thing also here. But with you, there's nothing which you cannot talk about. So me, my opinion or how I see it, you would have finished this deal. So leave him when he's fresh so that when he start on his own. But you know there is something which he was supposed to get. And then you disassociate yourself with him and that money will just go like that. I don't think that is right. If you love him, you want him to grow, you want to support him, make him get this deal so that even if you disappear for 6 months.
How would you buy an iPhone 17 Pro in Kenya and you have construction, your pillars are standing like this? Honestly, my people. Or tell me if I'm being harsh. Or should I just have let him buy? Yeah. And even if you say somebody supported me, who is that person who supports you to buy a phone without supporting you to get construction materials, some 1 or 2 metals? And a true friend, I like this person here. Sadi says, a true friend will tell you the honest truth.
On that one, I agree with you 100% because even if someone sends you money, take this money and buy yourself a phone. Like now, I need a GoPro. But if I had a project, that money which is sent for me, I cannot buy that GoPro while I have a project and my house is stalling. Even when I'm asking people, I should ask help for my house instead of asking for these GoPros. Because you look at someone like Githiriba thinks like you must have an iPhone to make your videos. All this time he's been making videos. How has he been filming? You can use any phone so long as it has good camera. You can just vlog with any phone which has good camera. It's not a must that it has to be iPhone. But some people in their mind, they just think if I have iPhone, if I have this phone, this type, and that's the reason why you find like Mura Senso siblings, the way they flaunt when they are talking, I'm using this, my iPhone, this, I'm using my Samsung, this. They have to tell people. And today Mura Senso has been talking about how people behave, people who have never seen money. So in Githiriba's case, I don't think what he did was right. Even if someone want to buy you a GoPro or an iPhone, Why don't you tell them, my friend, okay, as much as you want to buy me this one, I have a project which you know. Can you support me? That money, I want to put it here. I want to put it here in my project. Also, that is something which is sensible. You cannot just spend money, not thinking. Your house is stalling there, and then you go and buy a phone like it doesn't make sense to me. It does not. To me, it does not make sense because I see like this money, when they get this money, they just misuse this money because they don't work for it. They never worked for this money, so they don't feel it. You who is in need, how can you take all that money and put it on a phone? Huh? A phone. When you are calling someone, do people care the type of phone you are using? No one cares. No one. Whether you call me with Mlika Mwizi, Kabambe, so long as I get message, who cares? Huh? But these are just show-offs. Your construction is stalling. You're going to Mwanza. Let's go with Mura Senso. Mura Senso there, I agree with you, 100% or 110%.
Go buy construction material, and the following day he shows up with iPhone 17 Pro Max. You know who took him to the city to buy that? Finding Ian. I have also given Finding Ian a strong warning that this will be the last time I will entertain that. I'm sorry to bring my frustrations to the internet. But if you see me with not being with those people, just know this is the truth. Forget about the stories you hear there. Finding Ian.
So if you don't see Mura Senso with Githiriba and Finding Ian, this is the story. Because instead of Githiriba, because these people have been doing deals, Mura Senso already said, they do deals. But instead of putting this money to metals, he just went and bought like little metal, some few metals, at least to let Mura Senso know that the money which he got, he spent it on this. Then they went to Mwanza. Then they went and got iPhone. It's like whatever he's doing for Mura Senso. I think these are the things which are making Mura Senso to feel bad because he's been giving him a shout out. He's the one who told him, just start. This is a mini villa. The design is just like mine. You see? And he's been doing all he can, telling people support. But when you get your money, you yourself, someone who is being supported, you lazy around. You want luxurious life, you go and buy an iPhone, you whose house is stolen. Who are these people you want to call with this iPhone? Who cares the type of a phone people use out here? So long as the message has reached, all the message reaches you, you don't care. You will not ask, and which phone did you use? What type of phone are you using? I don't think people ask that kind of thing. Unless maybe you sit close or next to someone, then you see their phone. That is now when you will know that they are using ABCD. Otherwise, who cares? No one cares. And then, who took him to Mwanza? The friend Finding Ian. What is Mura Senso talking about this Finding Ian? Mura Senso has given him a stern warning. How can you take this man to Mwanza?
To Githiriba to the big city to buy him iPhone Pro Max, and Finding Ian has a nice house over lot of money. I was asking Ian, what type of a friend are you? You come to my home, you meet a guy who is struggling even to put metals on his house. And some people say, why did Githiriba build a big house? Why would you not be? If he was serious building that house, it would have been done. I'm telling you. But he never listened.
Why would you take Githiriba to Mwanza to buy a phone and you have a house? Githiriba also should have his mind. Okay, as much as Ian would have advised him, if someone has made up his mind, if someone has made up his mind, even if you don't take them, they will go by themselves. You will say, no, I'm not taking you, but still he will go and buy it anyway. Because that is something which he had put in his mind. The mind is set. I want this phone. You cannot change his mind. And then you are saying, Finding Ian has a very beautiful house. Yes, he has a very beautiful house, but he's not showing that house. Why is it that he's always here in your place? He should be at his home so that even people like Githiriba can go and visit him there and also make videos. Make videos. His time has come. Finding Ian because he's cheeky. Oh, you look at this boy. Whenever I see this Finding Ian, ever since I started hearing from Auntie Yummy, how he's been behaving and the things which have been happening in the village, how the hacking of the channels, or ever since that day, I don't trust him anymore. I do not, because I like people who are straightforward. But you look at him, he pretends a lot. He's a pretender and he feels like he knows it all. These are the people who knows it all. The likes of Finding Ian and Githiriba. That's why Mura Senso doesn't like them to know too much. Mura Senso is the only one who is supposed to know everything. Not you going to Mwanza thinking that you are smarter. Smarter than Mura Senso.
If he was serious, I know, my friend, I know I built houses. It would be somewhere, it would not be where. But tell me, if you're buying an iPhone Pro Max 17, okay, and your house, things are standing like this, pillars, you've not even put ballast for the last 6 months, you've not put new sand, you've not put, even the metals that you see there are the ones I push every day. Go buy metals. Go buy metals. It's like I'm building my house. I'm like, bro, look, I'm not your father. Sorry, it's Father's Day, but I'm not your father. I'm just a guy who met you, and you've seen my journey, and I wish you the best, and I've always wanted to see you succeed.
We've seen people who are close to Mura Senso and they leave. When they leave, they don't leave in a good note. Mura Senso always sits in his live stream and talk about them like this. Because, okay, what you want for Githiriba is good. You want him to have a house. You've been there as a father figure for him or to him. He also has respected you for long. He's been very respectful to you, Mura Senso. You cannot say maybe this iPhone thing can erase all the good things which Githiriba has done to you. He's been loyal to you many times. In all those years, he's been loyal to you. He's been a yes person to you. But as you said, something which has a beginning has to have an end. So the end of Githiriba era is here now. He spent his money to buy the iPhone. The boss never wanted that because this one wants to be alerted. You want to do something, must ask Mura Senso. Anything you want to do, you must ask Mura Senso so that he gives you a clearance so that you can go and buy or do anything. But things to do with, if there's nothing else which maybe made you disagree, it is just this iPhone. You taking your money to go and dump it in iPhone. Even me, I would not love that. I sit here sometimes, I give you a shout out, I ask people to support you, but when you get your money, you just go and dump it in something which makes no sense, because you cannot compete with electronics. These people are working 24/7. These phones are being introduced every day. By next month, we'll be having another iPhone, another make, another type. You cannot compete with them because they are on the market. Today you have this, tomorrow they'll bring this. And imagine you would have dumped all the money which you got from the deal which your Mura Senso was saying. All of it, maybe it would have helped you to push your house. Okay, the house which he started is big for his dream, but not that it cannot be made. But if he was serious like others, by now that house would be far. Someone who is thinking of spending like over 200,000 Kenya shilling on an item on a phone like this. No, that is someone who is not serious. Even me. Mura Senso, take a break. Take a break, Wagwan.
Cannot pull up yourself. To hell with you. I swear before God, to hell. You'll hate me for no reason. But we have different goals. You go focus on those goals.
Happy. One by one, he's dropping them one by one. Now I see Mura Senso just remaining with the sister. Because if Finding Ian is out, Githiriba is out, Mayugno out, Naso is just like a business, dog business. There's nothing there. He went long time. I just heard him talking about, oh, we are going to get these logs from Cloud Joseph. It's like he want to bring Cloud Joseph now. Because the other day I saw him going to Cloud Joseph's house, that house there at the farm. Went and checked the locks, the doors, the windows, and then made the same to that Madam P. So it's like he want Cloud Joseph to come back because now the camp, who is in the camp? Hosea is not in the camp. National one is not in the camp. Who else is there? Eh? Can God only. And Ken God only. And also, even the subscribers also accused Ken God of posting videos before process. So Ken God also.
See me having problems with my friends. We do not align anymore. And you see also the problem is most of my friends is people pulling from scratch, from nothing. So most of them even are not used to money. And sometimes even I feel me as Mara, I should change my circle of friends.
Buddha says so. Sometimes it's not good to brag a lot. Okay, these are your friends. They have been there for you. You've been there for them. But even when you are parting ways, do not forget where you come from with these people. They were in your life and you were in their lives. Because if someone is not good for you, you would not be having them in your life for long like this. But now Buddha Senso is saying, okay, they started from scratch. Even you, according to you, you've been telling us how poor you are. But people grow, so they are not people who are used to money. Even you are not used to money. How many times you come here and cried. So, not getting used to money. These people were young and they were growing. They didn't grow into places where there was money. But does not make them not to get money. When they get money, they will enjoy it. Address them with respect, not just talk holela holela, because this is holela holela talk makes you be in bad books with your people. This talking holela holela without control sometimes is not good. And people were not happy how Mura Senso was bringing out this thing, because he thought talking about this thing like this, people would be happy, people would maybe accept what he's saying or be on his side. Not many people were on his side. People didn't like the way he came out with this issue because others felt like Githiriba has a home, he has his life. Even if you are supporting him, you should not take charge, you should not control him. You cannot control me. Someone asked him, can Githiriba come and control you of things you want to do? Yes, of course. No, he cannot. You are one person who does not take advice from anybody. You feel like that, the money was not yours and you feel worked up like that. How about the people who are sending you their money? Their money daily and you don't use it wisely, you don't want to take advice from them. What do you think they feel? They feel very bad. This is not your money and you feel this way. How about the ones who are sending you money? They feel more worse.
I want men to build Africa, not to carry anyone in my shoulder over and over and over. No, I cannot do that. Stay guided. Anyway, guys, where is Finding Ian? He's been hiding because he's the one who is been influencing Githiriba to spend all his money. Okay? Finding Ian takes Githiriba to the big city to spend all his money. You cannot tell him, Githiriba, get even one ballast of tipper. Put no. I don't want such friends. I refuse. Even you, if you are my friend and you are like that, you're not my friend. Just know. Just know you are not.
According to Mura Senso, Ian influenced Githiriba, which I said no to. Because as much as I know he's not a good boy, but influencing Githiriba to go and buy a phone, Githiriba had already made his mind. But this one was just to advise. Advising someone does not mean that he's going to take your advice. So he decided to go and buy a phone. This one escorted him because he also wanted content. I can see how he was coming from Mwanza. I'm tired. Thought he will have peace. I was wondering, why instead of coming here, why can't you just go home at your place and relax from Mwanza? Must you come here in Nyabohase? What is here? Now look at how you are being humiliated. It was to happen anyway because of the wrong things which you've done to people, Ian. The wrong things. People have cried because of you. Many people have cried, even though you've been denying all these accusations, but many people have cried. So it is your time to get out of the villa. Go out and make your videos out there. I can't believe it. This world rotates. One should not brag. Me, I'm here permanent. This is my friend. There was a time he was talking about how people nowadays don't get along with Mura Sensor because of the jealousy, because of what. If he can remember how during the party people were together, now he thought now he's very close. You thought after making that podcast, that makes you to be permanently engaged with Mura Sensor. You are out. You are gone. That podcast is D Mwango who's going to sit there, not you. That is not your place. You cannot sit there. You cannot be there and Madame is around. What do you think? Mura Sensor had to find a way of removing you, all of you, because Madame cannot be there. Mura Sensor said, we are expecting many babies. A baby is on the way. You want him to start having morning sickness? This lady doesn't have morning sickness. Seeing you there will make her have morning sickness. You better leave. Better leave. The uncle is rich.
Go out there, close a deal, go close a business deal, make some money out of your hard work. Then maybe you respect that money. Okay? Happy Father's Day, even to Githiriba is a father. Happy Father's Day, but you need to build, my friend. You need to build. Me, I'm tired. I cannot be carrying you around. I have refused. In Swahili, we say, Punda amechoka. The donkey is tired. I am the donkey in this case.
Punda amechoka. The donkey is tired. Mura Sensor is tired of carrying these boys on his back. He's tired. It is high time you go out there and learn the hard way, as other people do. I'm telling you, things which are given can be easily taken away from you. Very easy. Because you didn't work for them. Finding Ian. This is the time now you need to go home. Already you are gone. I know some people are going to celebrate because the damages which you've caused, you finding Ian, thinking that you are better than all these people. Now you are gone.
And finding Ian, I've given him a strain warning. Finding Ian has his house and sacrificed a lot when he was building. He comes to my home. Finding Ian comes to my home and tells me, boss, me, I don't have money. I've spent all my money on my construction. Can I stay in your home here? I'll be eating and making videos so I can make some money to go back to build my home. I tell him, okay, Finding Ian, you can stay. Do videos. But him, he cannot advise his new good friend, Githiriba. That Githiriba, you cannot buy iPhone. iPhone Pro Max 17 is like 2,000.
So look how Mura Sensor can humiliate people. So Finding Ian, all this time you've been going to Nyabohanse, it's because you didn't have money to eat at your place, because you want to stay at Mura Sensor, stay there and eat, and you know how Mura Sensor value food. You eat at his place, he'll have to say, he comes to my place, just eat, he has no money, boss, I want to come and make videos. Boss, I want to come and make videos and stay at your place and make money. When I get money, I will go home. You mean all these things you cannot do where you stay? You make Mura Sensor to humiliate you like this. Mura Sensor keep on humiliating them. Humiliate them. They deserve humiliation and much more. Throw them out. They deserve that. Must they come here? Must they come here? You find people just roaming around there. How many YouTubers we've seen out here? People don't go to their home. People don't. There are so many ways you can communicate with Mura Sensor. You know his number, you know his email address. You can tell him to give you a shout out wherever you are. Must you come here in person? And that's why you find like people are moving from Nairobi going to settle in Nyabohanse because of the same thing. Mura Sensor is dropping them one by one. Mura Sensor want to have a circle of rich men. People with Benzes. Oh, what do you have? What do you have? Do you have a Benz? Do you have a Land Cruiser? Have infinity swimming pool? You people, you should know people. You should know people. Not just going there, Kiswahili says kupeleka udaku. Just going there to gossip about people. Mura says so tired. He's hard enough because maybe you are gossiping the same people. He sees as a fool. You heard him saying it. He feels like whenever he talks about you people, he feels like headache. Even you want to open his head here so that he can get breeze from inside. He's tired of this gossip which you put in his head. So and so it's like this. Now Mura says, you go with your iPhone. You stay in your home. You come to my house to eat every day. Oh, I want to make videos. You come, and the way he values food.
I trusted Githiriba because he's your man. I don't say don't trust him. Trust him. You can do business with him. But I want you to know me and him for the next 6 months. Until January 2027. That is when I will be dealing with Githiriba. And he has to prove himself out. If he doesn't work hard and prove himself out, I'll cut him forever. I can say hello to him. I can say good evening. But I have nothing to do with advising him, working with him. I don't want to do with him anymore. I want a man who can stand up for himself.
So you heard what I said. So you can do deals with Githiriba. He has not said no. When they meet on the road, hi, Githiriba, but not with him. 6 months, he has to prove. Even after 6 months, he has to prove to be someone who can stand on his own. If not, bye for good. That is a strong message to Githiriba. And Githiriba, you should take it seriously because you need to work on your areas. If you know you flopped here, you must be someone who can be trusted. You look at these deals which now Mura Senso and you are doing. You're not going to get all these things because of your laziness. People will not trust you with their money because they know when they give you money, you're going to buy iPhone, another one. Who knows? Because tomorrow there will be another iPhone. So sometimes you have to be very careful. You know Mura Senso can never keep quiet with anything. And then you came and told him, no, boss, I bought an iPhone in Tanzania, in Mwanza. And then you expected him to just keep quiet. He doesn't have such an iPhone. Whenever he wants something, he sits there and asks for such thing. Then you come and float. You flaunt that to him. You think he can be happy as you think, and he's been sitting here all the time asking people to help you.
I think I refuse. I don't want to be around poor people. I don't want to be around poor people. I don't want to be around poor people. Poor people are dangerous. They are very dangerous. That's why me as Maro, I always try to uplift everybody around me. Everybody I want to uplift. Everybody around me. It's either you are uplifting yourself as I uplift you, or I don't want to deal with you. Poor people are very dangerous. You guys don't understand, my friend. They can even be bought by $2.
When that mouth opens just like this, when the mouth opens, Mura Senso mouth opens, the scards which come from that mouth, toot, toot, toot. When the sister's mouth opens, the scard which comes from that mouth, toot, toot. When the younger brother's mouth opens, the scard which comes from their mouth, toot, toot. You wonder, where did these people grow up? Is this how people live? Can't you just talk and then leave others? You don't need to say everything. You were talking about Father's Day. You brought them now the Githiriba, now poor people. They can be bought. When you were poor yourself, when you were living in those smart houses, when you were poor, when you didn't have anything, were you a problem? I remember your friend took you to their home because they were able. So you were a problem to them. You could be bought then. You could be bought then to finish them. Do not forget, you always say, we were poor, these people just see us now, we were very poor, so you were dangerous then, Were you dangerous then when you were poor? Poor people out there, are you dangerous? This mouth has to be close, because the things which are coming from this mouth are dangerous. He's saying poor people are dangerous, but himself is dangerous because trying to make your friends to be okay, like Githiriba, you want him to grow. But now, the way you are talking, you bring even insult in it, things which can make someone to feel bad as human being. You don't need to talk too much like this. Sometimes close that mouth of yours. Okay, you've expressed yourself how you feel, and the point is out there. What he did is not right. What you've been doing to him is also good. As a friend, you wanted him to grow, but at the same time, you also used him because he was your right man hand. You could send him, do this, do that. The deals which you've done, taking people's land all over, we don't know how many people are crying out there. How many people are crying out there with these your deals. So now you are just throwing your brother out. You don't want poor people around because they are dangerous. Then Muras also talked about like things which he has been seeing his friends doing, because when he brought this issue of people who are just flaunting their cars, when they buy a small car like this, they want to show people loud music, drinking alcohol, chewing gum, posing with in positions which are not necessary, having things which they never had before. Mura says, oh, see, like this is useless. You yourself with your sister and your brother, when your sister came from Poland, what was the point of 3 cars? Were you not showing off? Because according to Mura says, oh, see, like that is not necessary. Why would you show people? You are doing it for yourself. It should not be about people. Whatever you do, your family members, even when your brother bought a car, you went as a convoy to welcome the car. You wanted the villagers to see you. You could just be greeting people, holela, holela, hello, yeah, this one is another one we bought. You wanted people to see you having many cars. But now, when others are buying and are feeling good, you feel bad. What was the point of you going to receive your brother after he bought the car? What was the point? When yours was bought, also the convoy. When your sister was coming from the airport, you went as a convoy. Whom were you showing that? When someone is coming from the airport, at least 1 car is enough. They just fit there. But you want people to see you. But whatever you're doing, you don't see that. Many times your brother floats his car, even when he uses that convertible, where there are people, that is now when he opens it up. Your sister, how many times your sister has been bragging? Show us what you have. Look what I'm doing. Blah, 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 blah. Now when people are showing their cars, you feel like that is not necessary. That is not necessary.
You see, there's an element of you trying to be rich when you're not there. That's a problem. And we Africans have that problem. We Africans, we like to show off so much when we are not yet even there. You know, you want bling bling, you want this. You buy a small car, you pull music, pull everywhere.
This one who is talking, how many times he's been asking Githiriba, why haven't you put the lights on? I want people to see the lights. Put those lights. Put the lights like the Mheshimiwa, like an MP. Put it. How many times you've been doing that? Have you been doing them for people? Of course you've been doing them for people. So do not think that you are different. What is it that you want? You are doing it and you don't want others to do it. When people want to put their music, what is your problem?
Big hand you put on the window. Something I don't even admire. It's so bad. And if you're that type of person, you should. Then you put music. Boom, 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 boom. It's like, bro, calm down. It's just a car. And you put outside the window. They will know I have made it. Even bumps you don't see at this point because they will know I've made it. Nothing, bro. No.
Are you talking about your brother? The one who had an accident, who deleted people here? Is he the one you are talking about? Because Mura Senso is one person who wants to be worshipped. He doesn't want to see any other person with anything. But now he's falling out with everyone Okay, as much as you want your people to have good things, the way you talk about your people is also not good. Huh? Because you don't own these people. They become your friends because they want to. If they don't want, you leave them alone. But you cannot start talking about people as if you are as if you are behaving differently, because now it's going deep. Now he has brought another person here, the person who deleted people on the road. This is the person now he has brought here. Huh?
iPhone 17 Pro Max. We want to prove a point.
Now you're becoming personal. You want to prove a point. Who can forget how your family, you've always wanted to prove a point with these cars which you've been buying, these houses? You behave as you are the first people to buy cars, the first people to build houses. But you don't see what you are doing. You just see what others are doing. You sit down there, talk about people, the same things which you do. Now you condemn the same thing. Look who is talking now. Look who is talking.
We want to prove a point. This video is meant for all young men who watch and admire man. You have to sacrifice, bro. You have to say, you know what? I have money for a first class seat, but it's not the right time. Let me finish my mama's house.
And people admire because these your friends, you see like them like this. They know everything which you have is through begging. So I don't think they admire you as such. They don't. All they care about, they know you have audience who gives people money, but not that they admire you. They don't admire you. They just want things which you are getting. That's why they are getting close to you. Because they know whatever you have is not from your hard work, it's from begging.
Through this year, maybe next year I'll be able to do this. Like me, I bought my first car. Once at least I have something I can call a house. If I was to buy cars, there would be, I don't know, 20 of them, they would be aligned.
You didn't buy a car, you were bought for a car. You cannot say, me, I bought my car after having a house. Even that house you are built for. You cannot sit there and then take credit on things which you didn't even buy. Stop it. Stop it. You're lying to people who are knowing you today. You didn't buy anything. You never bought anything. These are just gifts. Say, I was gifted my car when I already had this house which was also gifted. So they gifted me the house first, then they gifted me the cars second and third, because all these cars, like Bez was legal fee and money. So when did you buy your car?
We black people, me included, we have a problem of trying to prove people. You don't want to prove yourself like, hey, God, you know, you've pulled me from something that I don't. And maybe it's a human thing, but you should actually think when some people are like, hey, when I buy this, they will know. It's about they, them. It's never about you. People want to prove a point. Hey. No. My advice is to you is as an influencer now. Number one is stay guided. Number two, just cut the coat according to your size. Or live within your means. This behavior, especially we black people, we have this problem. We really want to prove. You buy a small car, small car, that even small car, you open a window, and you have ball gums in your mouth, and you are chewing. It's like, oh my God, you're just trying to prove. Even paper bags like this. Music.
So this one is out of his mind now. He forgets everything. Can you guys remember when even Mayugno bought his car and took the car to him so that he could bless Mayugno's car? Instead of seeing this Mayugno's car, he had to go and bring his from the parking and brought it here to compare which one is which one. Yeah? When cars come to his compound, he has to show them, look, let's parade them here, let's parade them. Whom are you doing them to? Just tell us. Whom are you doing them to? This convoy, all these things which you've been parading, whom are you doing them to? When you are flaunting these houses, whom are you doing them to? You are calling people poor, and your places where you've been taking us, where your relatives are more poor than people whom you are calling poor. Oh, these are African kitchens. These are African kitchens. Look at how we hung our pots. And you call people poor, people who are living in mud houses. And when it comes to yours, this is now Africa, how we hang our pots. It's no longer now poverty. It is how African hang their pots.
Especially when you buy a car, you feel like it's the end of the world. Like, to be honest, I don't mind you chewing gum, but I mind you chewing big volume of gum, and some of them even don't know how to chew. They chew like this. Like, oh my God. You feel like fainting, I swear, at this point.
Are they doing it to you? What is your worry? Stay on your lane. Mind your own business. Because you are talking about your friends. Your friends, because all these things, where did you see them from? Your friends are the ones who are doing all this, because now you are not together anymore. You can talk about them the way you want because you are left. These people are leaving you. You will remain alone. You will remain with your sister, I'm telling you. One day, this big camp will be history. People will just talk about it. There used to be Iammarwa. Iammarwa is now gone. It is finished. I'm telling you, Iammarwa is finished. If the programmer is gone.
Finding Ian has refused to tell us how much they bought the money. Bye-bye, Ian. From tomorrow, you'll never step in my home here. I swear before God. I've said, I swear before God. I'm done with you, my brother. I just have to let you go. Yeah.
After talking about Ian and Githiriba, Murasenso expected Ian to come and write and tell people the amount which they bought the phone, because that is how he always controlled them. But I think because he had started to type, but later on saw it like there's no reason. I have my home, I have where I come from, okay, I've obeyed this man, even though he's been supporting me. But today I'm becoming myself. I chose myself. It's good sometimes to choose yourself so that Murasenso also can come to his senses. Despite him supporting his people, he should respect people. Okay, when we agreed that I should come to your home and make videos, it was not public. But the moment now something happens, you bring everything, how we talked, how we agreed, you have to bring it here, how I eat in your home, how other people pay, but me, I stay there for free. Today, I'm disobeying you. I'm not taking orders from you today. Because as much as Ian needs Murasenso also needs Ian for his deals, these things which he's been doing. He will also miss Ian, finding Ian, because there are things which Ian is also doing to him, which no one can do to him. Because with Ian, he can do anything for money. So Murasenso has enjoyed that. And I think these are the things which has made Ian to say, okay, I also have tools which when you need me, you'll call me. For now, I'm also going for 6 months. But for me to come here and to control me as a child, I can be short, but I'm a man. You see, I have my home. I have a house which I've built. So he became defiant. He didn't accept to come. So he's fired completely. With him, he's not been given month. He's supposed not to come there at all the rest of his life. So he's gone. Ian is gone. If Ian can go, the programmer can go. Murasenso's programmer. He's the one who is programming everything for Murasenso. He knows Murasenso in and out. And as one of his subscribers, one of them told Murasenso, these people whom you are firing, and these are people who have been close to you. One day they can expose you. And Murasenso said, me, I'm not a drug dealer. I'm not doing anything wrong. There are things which you do, which these people know. When all of them one day sit down and open their mouth, you will not have a place to put your head. Especially this one now who is living, Finding Ian. This one is gone tomorrow, like today, because this live was of yesterday. So as I'm speaking now, Ian is not in Yabohanse. Hmm? And also, I know that he could not have been there because Madame is there. How could Ian be in the villa and Madame is there? Maybe these are just excuses which Mura Senso is trying to give out, but he was told, I don't want to see this one, brother. I don't want to see this boy here. When I see this boy, I get morning sickness because you know me, I don't get morning sickness. But when I see him like this, when I open my eyes, I feel like I want to go and throw. So anyway, thank you so much, my people. Like the video. The video has been long. Like the video. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe if you haven't. See you again in my next video, God willing. Bye-bye. Love you all. Bye.